This is Martin Carlisle with pico2018 2018 Buffer Overflow 2. All right, this time you'll need to control some arguments. Can you get the flag from this program? And here's a place on the shell. We're given the source code. I've got that open here. And looks like we're going to read the flag in the win method, but this win method needs to have argument 1 be dead beef and argument 2 be dead code. Okay, here in Vuln I have my normal buffer overflow. I have this buffer buff. I'm going to read into it. I'm going to print it to the screen. But what I really need to happen is when this method returns, I want it to go to win, and I want it to have dead beef and dead code on the stack. Okay, so let's take a look around. All right, I can enter my string. I'm going to use Python again to get a long string that I'll send to this. So Python, let's see, my buffer is at least 100 characters long. And so I'm going to print 26 A's, 26 B's, 26 C's, 26 D's, and hopefully that'll be enough. Let's see, we'll just print 26 E's and see if that crashes. All right, great. So we did get a crash. And so probably the return address is somewhere in the E's. We got a core dump. Unfortunately, we can't see that core dump. What I can do though is I can run this thing in the debugger. And that won't, I can't get the flag in the debugger, but that's going to let me figure out where that return address is. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to replace this last thing with the alphabet. All right, so now I have a file containing those letters and that overflow. If I run GDB, I see that the program received its segmentation fault at 4C, 4B, 4A, 49. Great, so let's figure out what letters those are. "4C" looks like L. So L going backwards. So we'll just do this again. And we know that we only need the letters get rid of those 4. I'll replace those with Q's. I'll do this again just to make sure I replace the right letters for the return address. Great, so those 4 Q's exactly ended up in my return address. That's perfect. So on a 32-bit architecture, those parameters are going to be stored on the stack. So win, I need to put the address of win in for those Q's. Then I'm going to need to have a dummy return address. And then I'm going to need to have these parameters. Right, so I need a dead beef and dead code. So there's dead beef in little endian order, so D-E-A-D-B-E-E-F backwards. Now I need dead code. So there's dead code in little endian order. I still don't have that return address, so I need that return address. So I'll do my obj dump. And I'm looking for the win method. There's the address of the win method, 80485CB. I'll put that in where the Q's were for the return address. CB 850408. So there's my return address, 080485CB, the dummy return address for win, dead beef, dead code. And there you go. Pico CTF addresses are easy.